Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is my everyday makeup routine, what I do on a day-to-day basis to look nice and presentable. I like to go for a very dewy look, something that looks very natural. So this is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis. If you want to see how I get here, make sure to continue watching. Before we get started with the actual tutorial, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up before you leave. It really helps me out. It helps my channel grow when you guys do that. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comments section down below. And if you guys like my videos, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button down below. A lot of people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed. Why not? Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't hurt. With that said, let's just go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so first thing I do every day is exfoliate, and I use my Shiseido cotton pads for this. And the toner that I've been using lately is this one here, the Ole Henriksen Dark Spot Toner. These pads right here, if you guys have ever heard about them, are the softest cotton you can ever put on your face. This big pack that I bought just went up in price and it's now $12. When I first started buying it, it was $9. But honestly, it doesn't matter. You'll never go back to regular cotton if you ever try these. So I just kind of swipe the toner through my face. This toner has glycolic in it, so it'll help exfoliate. And it is that time of the month, so I have like 4-5 monthly visitors. Yay, being a woman. Now that that is done, I just wait for it to like fully dry. And because I am so dry, I like to get as much glow as I can get. So my second step in the morning is to use an oil. I just started using this one. This is from Sunday Riley and it's the CEO Glow. This one has vitamin C and turmeric, and so far so good. The one that I had been using before was the Face Hero oil, and I loved that one, but I'm giving this one a try. The Face Hero oil though, ooh, so good. All right, so I kind of like distribute the oil and then just like pat it in place all throughout my face, a little bit down my neck. Make sure I'm very hydrated. And then I leave those to sink in while I do my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly. I'm going to be a little extra for my eyebrows, and I'm going to use 2 pencils because my brow blade, the pencil side ran out, but the ink side still has some in it, and I love that. And then I'm going to use this for the pencil, which is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. I'm going to do my brows off camera real quick because we'll be here forever. Okay, so this is a little rough draft of my eyebrows because it's kind of tricky when you have oil on your face to fill them in, but I do like to do it this way regardless. I'm not sure why. And I'm going to go ahead and I use this concealer here, and I've been using it for like years, I think now, since it came out, to clean out my eyebrows with. This is the Tint Idol Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. My tube is like down to like barely anything left, and I use so little of it every time. So I'm going to go ahead and with a flat brush just grab some concealer from there, and then this is what I like to clean around right underneath my brows with. So I do a little underline and then I blend it down. Same thing on this side. And then I do the same thing on top. So sometimes when I do this step, I realize that I left some gaps that I still have to go back and fill. And so far on my eyebrows, all that I have is pencil. So now is when I'm going back with my brow blade in the ink side, and I'm going to fill in any gaps that I see. And I'm also just adding texture throughout my brow, making little hair-like strokes. Once the brows look fairly even, I'm going to go back with my Sephora number 57 brush, and I'm just going to blend out that concealer. So I just blend it upwards and downwards around the brows. So brows are done, and I'm going to moisturize now. I've been using the Magic Cream by Charlotte Tilbury to moisturize. I kind of have a little moisturizer rotation here in front of me, so this is the one that I've been like liking the most lately. But because it's hotter and sunnier outside, I've also been reaching a lot for this one from Origins. This is called A Perfect World and it has an SPF of 40. Right now I'm just going to work and I'm going to wear a tinted moisturizer, so like I don't think I need the extra SPF, but if I were to be running errands or just outside some, I would be using that one instead. I'm just going to spread my magic cream around, and this one gives your skin a really pretty glow and it's very hydrating. So now it's time for the foundation step, or tinted moisturizer step in this case. This is the one that I've been reaching for non-stop. This is from YSL. It's the all-in-one glow. Look at how skinny my tube is. I have barely any left in it. And I just do 2 pumps. I used to apply this with the beauty blender and I never liked it. The trick to it is to apply it with a brush. I've been using my Sigma F80 Kabuki because the beauty blender will soak up this tinted moisturizer. So the F80 Kabuki is what's been helping me apply it, and the reason why I now love it, because it used to not cover as much when I used the beauty blender. So I kind of spread that 1 pump on the half of my face. The color I use in this, by the way, is the B30. And it is a little bit darker and more yellow than my complexion, but it will help cover any redness that you have. And it also just kind of evens me out. Like, see, once it's blended, it's like fine. So now that I distributed it, if I see any like brush strokes on my face or anything, I do go back with the beauty blender and lightly, super lightly, tap over those spots. Now, this step I never honestly do because I rarely ever have breakouts. Because I'm breaking out today though, I'm going to go over my little spots and apply some concealer on them. I'm using the All Hours concealer in number 2. I'm just going to blend them in. It doesn't have to look perfect. I'm not going for perfect skin. I'm just going for very luminous, hydrated skin. So I don't want to overdo concealer. For under eye concealer, I'm going to use this one. This is the new Full Cover Concealer by YSL. My highlighting color is 0.75 and I've been really enjoying this one. So I do a couple of clicks and I go from the inner corner down the side of my nose and I spread it. This is also the reason why I don't like pay a lot of attention at any like redness that's like left in this area, because concealer will hide that. So any redness that was right there, we're just covering it right now. And of course I'm doing a little bit in the center of the forehead, nose and chin. And to blend this out, I will use my beauty blender. So I'm just going to very lightly tap it. The more you press it, the more it can soak up your makeup. So you want to tap it extremely light so that everything stays exactly where you want it. And I'm going over my eyelid once I get to the inner corner. Okay, so concealer is all blended and next we are going to powder. I have been obsessing over this one right here. This is the Hourglass Veil Primer. I love it because it's not matte and it still looks like skin after you're done using it. So I have been so in love with this powder. My only complaint is it doesn't always fully set the lines underneath my eyes. Like the other day I was at work and I was like looking really wrinkly under there, and it's because the powder didn't fully set the concealer. So I still love it. I'm still going to use it, but I'm going to combine it with something else. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Huda Beauty one as well. With the tip of my sponge, I'm going to get the tiniest bit of the Huda one and I'm going to put it only where my eye crease is underneath, and then I'm going to use the Hourglass for the rest of it. So I'm going to smooth underneath my eyes. I'm going to grab a little bit of the Huda one and I'm just going to dab it just right there where I have my lines. And then with my number 79 from Sephora collection, I'm going to grab my Hourglass powder and I'm going to set the rest. And I'm going to set over my eyes as well with this powder. Same thing on this side. I'm going to set my chin, any lines around my mouth, and the center of my forehead. And right here, just because I have concealer on my spots. Okay, I think that worked, and I think we are now truly set, and I'm not going to see any creases today. So next I'm going to bronze, and I'm going to use my Butter Bronzer by Physicians formula with my Morphe M530 brush. I love this bronzer because it's very buildable, and I'm just building it right underneath my cheekbone. I like to tap the top edge so that it diffuses nicely. I'm going to put it on my jawline, side of my neck, and forehead. I have a big forehead, so I just take a lot of it around it. That's why I don't set my whole forehead with powder, because I know that I'll be putting bronzer in a huge section of it, so that way I don't have double powder on. And I'm going to, of course, do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to just run this brush with the bronzer on the side of my nose to like where my brow begins, on both sides. And this doesn't like contour my nose per se, but it does give it a bit more definition, and it helps it so that it blends with the rest of my face, because I don't want to be bronzed all around and have a very pale nose. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a very fluffy brush. This one here is the Morphe E25, and with the bronzer I'm just going to run the bronzer on the crease of my eye, and we are also shaping and contouring our eyes this way. And I'm going underneath as well, lifting it at the end. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and use some blush. I've been reaching for this one quite a lot. This is my California blush from Benefit. I always apply it with the E4 brush from Morphe, and I like to just kind of tap it over the bronzer, just like that. I don't love a ton of blush, but it's always nice to have a little bit of a flush. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use this right here. This is new from Lancome. They're selling it at Sephora, and it's so beautiful. You can use it on your eyes, you can use it on your cheeks. This is Le Monochromatique Eclat. I don't know if I said that right, but it is absolutely stunning, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on with my number 98 brush from Sephora collection. It just gives you a super natural, like, wet look. I love it. It's so nice. It doesn't look chunky or like powdery on the face. That's like my favorite thing about it. It just gives you a really nice light to your cheek. Alright, so next for mascara, I'm going to be using this one. This is the Pat McGrath Labs mascara. It is called the Fetish Eyes mascara. We got this at work, and all of my coworkers have been loving it, and I haven't tried it yet, so I'm excited. Alright, I'm back applying a bit more bronzer to my crease because that mascara looks beautiful, but it was a very messy application. I just had to wipe so much mascara off of my eyelids. It just has such a like straight cut to it, like it doesn't taper or anything, so like it got all over my eyelids. Honestly, I mean, my lashes look fabulous. I think they look really nice, but it did get everywhere. What time is it? Because I actually have to go to work. Okay, so everything's pretty much applied, and then I just put on a gloss or a lipstick. I have been loving this one here. This is the Orgasm Gloss from NARS, and it's like not a gloss, it's like a tinted liquid balm type thing. It gives you a little bit of color to your lips, as you can see. See, like, you can see it. It gives you a little bit of color to your lips, and it feels like a lip balm. Alright, and this is pretty much the final look right here. So as you can see, it's super like dewy and glowy and very natural looking, and it's not a ton of makeup. Like, you see me in person and you don't see my foundation, like it's not obvious, you know. It is very, very natural. I'm going to give you guys a little close-up so that you can see how it looks. Okay, so this is it up close, and as you can see, it is very, very natural looking. Yet it looks very polished. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my everyday glowy makeup routine. I don't know what I'm gonna call this yet, but this is pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis when I am getting ready to go to work. If time allows, sometimes I'll stop at bronzer and then I'll just put mascara on and I'm done, and I won't do blush, highlighter, or lipstick just because, you know, I'm pressed in time or whatever. But if time allows, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis, and it's honestly one of my favorite looks because it looks so natural, and I feel like you can go anywhere with this look and look nice and presentable and polished. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new here, my name is Patty and I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!